Hello and welcome back to Archers Arena for the Under-18 Four Nations Tournament here at Cardiff Metropolitan University. We're here to bring you the second game of day two. We've got Ireland women against Scotland women. To my right is my Archers running mate, Ryan Bellini. Ryan, how do you see this game going?
Well, it's going to be an interesting one, Dav. I mean, the Ireland women won by 11 points yesterday, so they're going to be playing their final game also later on today against England women. It's going to be just interesting just to see, you know, how they rotate their sides in both of these games. But listen, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah,
it's going to be a great game, isn't it? And Ireland came out on top against Wales, so it'll be interesting to see how they go up for this one against Scotland, because we all know that the biggest test of the day will come up against England. They were fantastic yesterday. Everybody's out to stop their winning run. They've went unbeaten last year, men's and women's. They've already gone unbeaten in the men's. Let's see if anyone can stop them in the women's. But let's focus on right here, right now. So yesterday for Ireland, it was all about Glockner and Gormley against Wales. They were fantastic. Those two guards, to have someone like that coming off the bench, it was so disruptive to the Welsh system. No one other than Izzy Bunyan seemed to be able to do anything. How is Scotland going to be able to stop this Ireland attack?
It's incredibly difficult, Dav. I mean, Ireland are a really efficient team in terms of, you know, lack of turnovers, just 11 yesterday, but they did struggle with shooting. They shot just 29% against Wales. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that dynamic unfolds in this game.
So it's going to be all about perimeter defense.
Absolutely.
Right, okay, so Scotland got to be hustling, high energy from the start. They've got to have aggression, and that's what we saw from them against England. England, of course, having so many shooters out, someone like Liv Forster, and with Cox inside, that was such a dangerous thing for England to use. But maybe Ireland don't have those capabilities, so if they can come with that aggression once again, they might be able to come out of this one on top and actually claim their first victory here.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, the way Scotland, you know, came back yesterday was a 27-point defeat to England, but they did rotate and they did switch things around, and that resulted in a victory against Wales. So, you know, it's just about, you know, continuing with momentum, building from that, and, you know, starting the day with a victory.
Yes, of course. Sorry, they did win against Wales, but looking to take that forward and go on 2-0 would be an amazing place to be, right?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, listen, it's all or nothing here for Scotland. It's a really important game. They're going to conclude their tournament here with a victory.
Absolutely. We're just about to get started here on game 2 of the day at the Basketball Wales YouTube channel here. Please make sure to stick around for the rest of the day. I know that you all did yesterday. It was fantastic to see how many people stuck with us from the start to the finish. Let's make sure we keep going with that once again here today. Please make sure to like and subscribe our YouTube channel for updates as we go through this tournament. And we are underway. It's Ireland ball to get us going. And Scotland playing with that aggression that we talked about. The entry pass was audacious. Ireland get to pick it out, and now they have a chance on the fast break. All the way to the other end, and it is Gormley. Such a talent. Here comes Scotland. Pressure from Gormley. Two-way talent on display. Scotland go to the post and have to pass out rather quickly. Cross-court pass. The three-pointer looked good there, but it just went off. Gormley leading the charge. Happy to facilitate her teammates. And Ireland start off with a bang, Ryan.
Fantastic start, and it was really interesting to see there. We mentioned those lack of turnovers yesterday. They did begin with one. They responded by, you know, getting a steal of their own. 2 quick buckets, and now straight to the line.
Unbelievable the way they picked that off that restart as well. So a great early 2, 3 on the fast break, and now they get to head to the line. Perfect start for the Irish women. Gormley with the first. Unable to make it. What an impact she has made on this tournament for her nation. She's going to be in the minds of everyone when they're talking about young Irish talent. 1 for 2 from the line this time. Scotland already have 6 points to make up. Here is Zoe Sharp. Happy to go outside, but didn't want to use the space to shoot. The drive was strong, and it'll stay Scotland ball.
And you can already see here the intensity that Ireland are playing with, pressing so hard and making it really difficult for Scotland.
Absolutely. They closed down that drive really well. Here is Smith again. Happy to go outside. The post is open. Turns it down for the shot. Too strong. Scotland get the offensive rebound. Fantastic work there. And it's out to Amos. She was fantastic for Scotland yesterday. That'll stay Scotland ball. Unable to hold that ball in there, Matolan. Ireland looking to maintain the paint and leave some Scotland shooters open here. Will that work against them? Not this time. Good rebound there from Ireland. Fantastic there from Lucy Devoy. Look at Scotland's defense here. All the way up in the front court. Beautiful pass off the drive. Teammate couldn't quite make the finish, but that was absolutely fantastic from Gormley. Here is Devoy. Nice pass over the back of her head. That step through was fantastic to draw contact, and she will head to the line. Ireland really seeming to dominate here.
They look hungry, they look determined, and it's been a great start to the game for Ireland. Interesting to see Scotland just matching Ireland for their intensity there, as you mentioned, with a full court press.
A miss on the first. Ireland looking to go up 7-0 here, unable to do so. Good hustle there by Zoe Smith. Zoe Sharp, my apologies. Beautiful little switch of the handle there from Gormley. Couldn't make it count right at the rim. Here is Sharp. Open shooter in the corner. And it is Amos with the first points of the game for Scotland. A collapse on the floor there as Ireland broke away. And Scotland do come away with it in the end. Sharp. Happy to look forward towards Amos. She looks like she's going to be the main threat for this Scotland team, doesn't she, Ryan?
Absolutely, yeah. And it's just been a scrappy affair here early on from both teams. They want to clean things up. More patience in the offense.
Gormley with point guard duties for her nation. Spreading out the defense. Here's Devoy. It's found its way to the corner. And the lead pass was just a bit astray, but the ball will stay with Ireland for a baseline restart. Couple of substitutions. Zoe Sharp heading out for Scotland, as well as McIntosh. Then we've got Lauren Cooper and McGee. No basket called. Travel under the basket. A bit of ill discipline there for Ireland. Here is McGee. That'll stay Scotland ball. Good defense from Ireland. Just about 3 minutes into this one. Scotland looking to get this a bit closer and able to get that easy looking lay under the rim. Here's Gormley. She seems so engaged. But so is this Scotland defence. Able to strip the ball and forward they come. That's another travel violation called. This game is scrappy, Ryan. You were right.
Incredibly scrappy, but there's Scotland coming through. And it was Amos that got the steal again. She has started this game really, really well for her nation. As I mentioned, Scotland and Ireland will both just want to clean this up a little.
What a fantastic line drive that was from Gormley. Went coast to coast from one basket to another. Oh, Scotland there with a loose ball, just about able to recover it. Here is McGee, bounce pass to the post. And once again, the blown layup down low. Angel Lee there. 2 opportunities at a bunny layup. Gormley trying to go to that right hand once again, unable to do so. McGee now has a chance to break for Scotland. And that's called as an offensive foul. Very well done. Look at the way Irish defense just set their body there. Fantastic work from Tolan. Well, it's going to be a timeout called here after the fact. Ryan, how are you feeling about this game so far? Obviously, it has been scrappy, but we said we wanted Scotland to be aggressive on the perimeter. They've been that.
Well, Scotland have matched Ireland for intensity, you know, as we mentioned, with a full court press. And they began the game really well, but Ireland have just been a little more clinical. They've taken their chances. They've made easy buckets. As we mentioned, we saw Angel Lee there missed 2 wide open layups just underneath the basket, and stuff like that just has to fall if Scotland are to make a game of this.
They don't seem to have someone like Ireland do in Rachel Gormley.
Like a ball handler who's able to take the ball forward. I mean, we've seen Amos, you know, sort of take the reins at times here for Scotland. A couple of steals and a free over here in this corner. But as you mentioned, yeah, just lacking that ruthlessness and clinicalness here, Scotland. And they might just want to brush up here as the first quarter comes to a close.
Coach has got to be trying to work out a way for Scotland to get some easy looks here. It'll be interesting to see if they can get much easier than the 2 layups we saw blown under the post. We're about to get started once again here. Scoreline still at 8-3, just under 6 minutes remaining in the first. Here come Ireland once more. Glockner has come on for Gormley. She also had a fantastic game against Wales yesterday. She's lost the ball in her first chance at it. McGee, a bit of a loose handle there herself. Amos. Beautiful little drive there, but the shot at the end was wild. Fantastic work. Hustling on the floor, Amos trying to make up for that mistake. Scotland couldn't capitalize.
You can't discredit Scotland's intensity here. They are hustling really, really hard, but just lacking that touch in and around the paint.
Amos does seem like the key if anyone is to do it. It'll stay Scotland ball there after the pick from the restart by Glockner. Amos here with a restart. It'll stay Scotland ball once again. Unable to get this ball into play here, Scotland. I don't know if it's because of the fashion of the NBA is so important to the game, but there's something about seeing someone playing in plain black shoes like Amos is that just really puts me off. Makes me feel quite uncomfortable.
Completely different to what we're used to seeing.
We're used to the flashiest kicks.
They look heavy too.
Yeah, in a pair of Ryan Giggs. And there it is, called for the 5-second violation. Ireland fantastic on that restart. Didn't let Scotland get away with anything there. And they ended up with a ball back. Fantastic. That's going to be something the coaches are going to be so happy with. Here they come the other way, driving in, trying to kick out, but there's a loose pass. Just about managing to keep it alive here. And the jumper from the mid-range is just a little weak. And Scotland get to come the other way. McGee here, slowing it down a little. Unable to use the screen. Amos traveling. Is that our 4th traveling violation in this first quarter?
We saw Scotland 33 turnovers yesterday in that game against England, and it's Things like that, really, and it's costing them already early on in this game.
Ill-disciplined here from Scotland so far. Let's see how Glockner can do for Ireland here, trying to get her team into the double digits. She's able to turn the corner, bounce pass, and a foul down low against O'Shaughnessy. She'll head to the line for 2. Ireland just seeming to be able to penetrate the Scottish defence a lot easier than Scotland can do their own.
And that's 1 of 5 from the free throw line already for Ireland. They struggled yesterday. Make that 2 of 6.
O'Shaughnessy trying to bring that number up little by little. Good defence there from Ireland. Scotland managed to break through, but the loose handle gives it away once again. The discipline offensively letting down the Scots. And that's wide open from the elbow. That's a beautiful shot from Glockner. Ireland find themselves up now by 8, 11-3. McGee finds the corner. Shot's too strong this time. Very well won back by Campbell. But it's O'Shaughnessy with a strip. So even there, when they do something so good to get the offensive rebound, they still can't contain the ball, Ryan.
Turnover, turnover, turnover is the story of the first quarter for Scotland. They're playing with intensity, but they are so rash with the ball.
McGee there thought about the shot. Once again, the quick hands from Ireland really putting off this Scottish team. And it's a wild effort that finds the bottom of the net, and Scotland will have to take it. If I was going to bet on anything going in for them, it would not have been that one. Kick out for Ireland is effective. And the shot there really weak from O'Shaughnessy. That'll be Scotland ball from the side out. I can't believe we just saw that shot go in, Ryan.
No, and I mean, even when you look at this, Scotland have struggled with scoring, but they're still in it. Well, it's just a 6-point game already.
Yeah. Plenty of basketball still to play. There's a foul called against Shelley on the Irish team. Just overly aggressive, trying to pin down this Scottish defence in their own half. Here comes Scotland. McGee once again in charge of the ball handling duties, looking for a teammate's help. All of Ireland seems to converge on the paint at once. Scotland don't have long, and they couldn't even keep it in. 2 seconds left on the clock there. Well, that looked like it was going to be a positive move for Scotland, but the defence there really impressive from Ireland. They all converged on the painted area. Here they have a chance to extend that lead. It's a beautiful crossover. And oh, I just thought that had to go down. It'll be a jump ball. Once again, Ireland able to hustle on the ground.
And Glockner has been really, really impressive here. Lovely handles. That time the shot didn't go, but we saw it earlier on. We saw what she's got in her bag.
Unbelievable, the amount of separation she created with that left-hand cross. Here is McGee once again for Scotland, in charge as ever. And Ireland able to turn it over as ever. Going the other way, and it's another bucket for Ireland. It is Glockner. She is running the show here. It's another turnover. Ireland able to get it from the Scottish restart. Glockner here calling for a huddle between her team. It's good to see that kind of leadership at this youth level.
brilliant to see, and that's what this tournament is all about. It's all about showcasing the best talent, the best under-18 talent that we have on offer in Wales, England, Scotland and Ireland.
Here come the Irish once more, driving inside. The bucket is good. That was a strong lay, straight through contact for Gilligan. Sharp returning to the court and returning to the ball handling duties. She takes the mid-range J, fouled. She'll head to the line for 2.
Goes without saying, that will suit Scotland. 12 turnovers already in this game, Dav. Just any possession that doesn't result in that is good enough. Going straight to the line, it's an opportunity to trim the deficit here.
Yeah, you can see that was a definite foul there on your screen. The way she set herself up for that J was just about perfect. Set her feet and rose up. Ireland couldn't help themselves but get a bit of contact. The first one is great. Sharp there, nailing both. And that's exactly what Scotland would have wanted. Just a bit of confidence to come from that. Ireland just about managing to keep it in from that outlet pass. They get it inside. They get it up quickly. It's a beautiful shot for O'Shaughnessy. And Ireland tagging back those 2 that they just lost.
Ireland just getting some success in and around the paint now. Scotland making it easy. Need to just clamp a bit harder on defense.
The 3 is up, and it's no good once again from Kerr. That'll stay Scotland ball. We're not used to saying that the 3 was bad from Kerr. Any Chicago Bulls fans out there will enjoy that one. Scotland trailing by a dozen. Zoe Sharp once again sets from the mid-range. That's a really poor effort. Ireland here just looking so dangerous. Travel there. The bucket was good from O'Shaughnessy, but the travel came first before the pass. O'Shaughnessy's really been impressive as well. It's a big for the Irish.
She's done really, really well here. O'Shaughnessy. Instrumental in this lead that Ireland have built. And they want to keep it that way, not allow Scotland back inside this game.
And it's fouls like that that are going to help them do it. Scotland here looking to bring it back to a 10-point lead. 10 points. You can deal with that. You go in at the end of the first quarter down 10. As a coach, you'll be quite comfortable there, knowing there's 3 quarters of basketball still to come to make up the difference. We just saw in the last game, England were up 38 at the half.
Incredible. Incredible.
We know that comebacks can happen. Of course, it didn't come off in the end for that Irish team, though their gallant efforts. But they were able to bring it down to 6 at one point. It's definitely doable here for Scotland to bring it back down from 10.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so much time left in this game. We're starting to see patterns assemble, you know, with the way that the 2 teams are playing. There's more than enough time to change things.
Fantastic outlet pass there from the restart. Just about able to keep hold of that one. Glockner under the basket, has to kick it out. Had a wide open teammate there from 3, chose to go herself to Gilligan. And a whistle called for a bit of aggressive play there. O'Shaughnessy just going for this rebound here. Legs just getting caught there. I'm not sure that's the Irish's fault there.
Tough whistle.
Zoe Sharp happy to pass it up and facilitate. Oh, and the luck of the Irish just kept that out for Scotland there. Unlucky with that tough kiss off the rim. Ireland stay ahead by 10, 19-9 at the end of that first quarter. It's been a fantastic quarter here so far. Great way to start the action here for the women's game here on day 2 of the Under-18 Four Nations tournament here at Archers Arena. Ryan, how do you sum up that first quarter for us?
Turnovers. I mean, even for Ireland, they, would have preferred things to go much better. Just 11 yesterday, but there was 7 in that first quarter for Ireland. And I mean, for Scotland, there was 12, as we mentioned earlier on, minutes ago in the stream. But listen, as we mentioned, there's more than enough time for Scotland to turn things around here. They haven't been as efficient as they would have liked. They haven't shot as well as they would have liked. But listen, they matched Ireland for intensity. There are signs that, we could see them working. It's just a matter of time, and just see how Coach MacDonald changes this around for Scotland.
Absolutely, and coming into this game, did point out that Glockner and Gormley were the 2 main threats for this Irish unit yesterday, and that's been the case so far here, isn't it?
Absolutely, and I mean, we mentioned O'Shaughnessy, she's been fantastic. Just having that height is proven to be, fantastic for rebounds, fantastic for getting those close range looks. But for Ireland, it's more of the same.
More of the same. How can Scotland try to stop Glockner and Gormley?
It's difficult. I think they just need to just play, just a little tighter. And like I say, they just need to be more patient. They just need to translate that into their offense. That has been the difference so far.
Well, we are ready to get back going here. Gormley has checked back in. Interesting to see how Ireland are rotating here. They never seem to have both Glockner and Gormley in at the same time, so that one can lead. Here come Ireland. At the perimeter, it's Gilligan. Good, strong drive, and the right-hand finish is clean. Gormley wins the turnover right at the start, but can't quite collect her dribble. Ryan, is turnovers.
And they're unnecessary turnovers, Stuff like that. It's just, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the occasion, maybe it's the crowd. I don't know. I mean,
very good defense here from Gormley. But the draw in pulls an open shooter for Scotland from the corner. It is McIntosh from 3.
First points of the game for Alex McIntosh. And that may just boost her and her team with a bit more confidence here in the second.
Sharp again. Oh, just thought that was going to go in for the and 1 there. She will head to the line for 2. A little barreling run towards the rim. Look at that. Took the contact. Oh, looking back on that replay, it looks like she may have initiated that contact herself. Put her shoulder down and just kept driving.
Amish checks back into the game here for Scotland. They'll be hoping to, as I mentioned, just to build momentum now. Couple of possessions, couple of defensive stops.
The first is good from Zoe Sharp. A beautiful little handle there from McSweeney. The post play from O'Shaughnessy. Scotland gets to come the other way. Can she get past Gormley? She can, but Gormley stays with it. Strong screen there, creates some separation for Sharp. Goes back to the big. Once again, it's this right-hand corner open. Couldn't take advantage. Scotland unable to capitalize on that rebound. Ireland keep it going. The 3 looks good there. Here is Amos. She got 2 bites to the apple there, right?
But listen, it's better from Scotland. As I mentioned, they're getting shots away. A couple of possessions now without a turnover. A couple of defensive stops as well. Another one there. Beginning to get a foothold here.
And once again, Ireland happy to let Scotland shoot. It seems like a defensive strategy that they're trying to employ here. Ireland's lead has been cut down to just 7. Beautiful pickup drive there from Gilligan. The way she took that little side step to the right, picking the ball up with her to avoid the defender. Fantastic little bit of creativity on the drive. Substitution preparing here for Ireland. See what happens after this first free throw. Nothing as of yet. Gilligan goes 1 for 2. Substitution, we are seeing O'Shaughnessy come out for Ireland and Luce Devoy coming back in for the women in green. Here comes Scotland the other way. McIntosh. You can tell that she's got a bit of confidence after nailing that 3 from the corner.
Definitely. A couple of unlucky shots there, but as I mentioned, it is still better from Scotland. They're going to fall eventually.
Gormley there setting up her teammate, Gizzle. She'll head to the line for 2 as we get another substitution. This time for Scotland, we've got Angel Lee returning. And Campbell heading to the bench for a well-deserved breather. And Gizzle unable to take advantage of that first free throw.
Carolina Gizzle, one of a few of these island players that still live outside of Ireland as a nation. Currently still living in Poland, plays her basketball in Poland. Having that dynamic of playing overseas is you know, adds to a player's game.
Absolutely. We all know how much experience that can help and aid a team so young as this one. Here is Gormley, happy to push the other way with Scotland still retreating. Goes right, beautiful stop and go, but she's unable to find the rim on that one. Such a quick turn of place there from Gormley. So impressive to have that in such a young guard. It is very sharp. Able to break through the pressure. Just about controlling that handle. Takes the screen from Angel Lee. Finds Amos in the corner who drives baseline and couldn't stay out of that touch line. Eight points the lead currently. Just over 6.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Ireland here, once again, forced to beat the Scottish trap. They're able to play through it rather easily. Luce Devoy there on the ball. Here is Girzol looking for Gormley. Beautiful pocket pass. Ireland with fantastic ball movement here, but it matters not. Amos with a fantastic defensive read there. It'll stay Ireland ball. And Ireland take a timeout to try and work out a set play here from the restart under the basket. Ireland have got to be happy here, but it's definitely slowed down for them. Scotland are winning this quarter 5-3.
Scotland are playing much better defence, and I think that, you know, that's the key here. There's still a couple of turnovers here and there from both teams, but Scotland generally have just cleaned up a little in their game. And as you mentioned, it's played dividends in the score. They'll hope to just trim it possession by possession, play by play. And as we mentioned, it is only an 8-point game. The way Scotland started, their struggles with shooting, their turnovers, we'd expect it to be an awful lot more. Ireland look ruthless, they look clinical, but as you mentioned there, Dav, it has cooled down a little here in the second quarter.
Absolutely, it's a big drop-off. They scored nearly 20 points in the first quarter, only 3 here for Ireland, unable to capitalise on the sloppy ball handling ability of this Scottish team. Be interesting to see what they draw up coming out of this one. They need a bucket just to get that momentum going for them once again. Scotland starting to gain some traction, gain some confidence. Ireland will want to squash that flame as soon as they can.
Scotland have made just 3 buckets in this game. They're 3 of 17 from the field, 1 of 8 from 3, but they're 100% from the free throw line. So maybe it's just about drawing fouls in and around the paint, just to try and get some success from the charity strike.
Well, the set play created an awful lot of separation there, but the shot was blown. Scotland here have an opportunity. Angel Lee's screen, ineffective. Amos gives it back to Sharp, happy to drive inside, and it's picked off. It's a beautiful read by Ireland. Sexton there. And here's Devoy, draws the foul as she goes to the basket. Really interesting there. You said about Scotland being 100% from the line. That's the biggest disparity there. Ireland will go here to the line, but they've made 3 of 10.
Yeah, struggled, and they struggled yesterday as well. It's interesting to see one side can score, one can't, but the other team is having more success from the free throw line.
Devoy misses the first. Interesting to see whether or not Scotland clock in to that statistic, because though they're having such a more efficient day at the line, they've shot it half as often, and Ireland happy to go away from the free throw line. A big bucket there from Glockner. And there's Sexton again winning it back. What impact she's had in the few minutes that she's played. We're seeing Gormley and Glockner on the floor now for Ireland. How much trouble can they cause? They nearly saved it there, but it will be Scotland ball.
We just mentioned there that Scotland were just starting to build something, just starting to, you know, get their way back into this, but a couple of possessions there where they've struggled, turnovers, and, you know, it seems as if they've gone back to their first quarter self.
Once again, Ireland able to put so much pressure. Scotland catching the ball from the side up just so low down. They need to get further up. And if not, maybe they need to look to try and loop this ball over. Gormley and Glockner and Sexton seem to have such quick hands. Scotland there managed to work it out well. Here is Smith, utilising the screen. Wants to go right, but the defence converged along her. And the steal is excellent there from the corner. And Scotland just lacking awareness. They let the shot clock tick away. And the violation to go along with it gives the ball to Ireland. Here's Sexton. Glockner. Happy to take over ball handling duties, sharing with Gormley now. That quick handle. That's such a good move. She's utilised that a couple of times, where she just shifts from right to left so quickly. And Scotland nearly give it away again. Able to recover. Needs help. Here comes Scotland. And a foul called. It'll be side out. Foul called on the floor. McIntosh there, unable to rise up into her shooting motion when she felt the contact.
It just seems as if Scotland can't live with Ireland's pace, whether it's the intensity on defence, whether it's the quick movement from the guards on offence. Proving to be too hot to handle for this Scotland team.
Gormley has taken a seat for Ireland. Glockner now with the main defensive duties on Amos. The bounce pass is loose, and Devoy has an open lane. She's just about able to keep it, and it's a fantastic block. Scotland. Ogreball there. And she tries to get the offensive rebound at the other end. Huge impact there from Ogreball. It'll be a jump ball. This time it'll go the way of Scotland. I was saying yesterday, Ryan, I hate the jump ball rules where it takes turns changing possession. I don't see why we don't just do the jump ball. We do the jump ball for the tip-off. Do you agree with me?
I agree, Dove.
I'm
I'm on your team.
Point. Thank you. I knew I could trust you. That shot looked good from Devoy, but it just missed at the last second. Fantastic impact there. Glockner working under the basket, trying to get that rebound. She gets fouled. She'll head to the line. Let's see if she can bring this percentage up at all for the women in green. Maybe the coach wants to make sure of that. They've called one last timeout here. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining before the half-time whistle blows. Ireland, they've got to be happy with this, right? Going in at half-time up 9.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been more. And when you look at the free throw percentage, it's Ireland's lowest percentage when you factor in field goal, whether it's, you know, they're in and around the paint or even if it's from three-point land. You know, they've struggled the most from the free throw line. It's odd. It's not something we tend to see more. But yeah, even if they make, you know, just a couple more, it's just about building that lead and not allowing Scotland back in, who have been really, really struggling with their shooting in this game.
So Scotland have definitely had their issues. They haven't been able to hold on to the ball. They haven't been able to shoot it particularly well. But what they have been able to do is disrupt Ireland so that the lead doesn't get too big. So it's still manageable for them even now.
Absolutely. It's still within reach. And, Scotland are very much aware of that. As we mentioned, surely that, you know, their percentages aren't going to stay this low for so long. Shots have to fall at some point. When you're playing at this level with players of this quality, they are going to fall eventually. And it's just about remaining persistent until they do.
Well, here is Glockner at the line for Ireland. She'll have her chance at 2 extra points. The first is perfect. The second misses. It's 8 points for the game for Glockner. Look at the pressure instantly from Ireland. Sexton running to get back to stop McGee. Devoy happy to switch on. And Sexton was unable to track her new defender after the switch. Scotland just couldn't take advantage once again. It's a great move. Glockner happy to go inside. The smaller guard taking on work in the post, and it's working out for her brilliantly well.
Happy to play outside, happy to play inside. Glockner is doing it all for Ireland.
McIntosh drove that in, and Amos with a 3 that was wide open. You just expected better, but she made up for the mistake by chasing the ball in and taking the drive on the second chance. Here's Glockner sizing up the Scottish defense. Happy to spread the ball around. Irish team playing together really well. Looking to go right. Glockner was open in the corner. Decided to go the other way. It does find its way back to her. And the rainbow shot is down. That's 13 for Glockner in this first half.
As I mentioned, she can do it from anywhere. Caitlin Glockner is really standing out here.
A huge block. Ireland are really putting it on this. Tolan block at one end, and she tries to go coast to coast and maybe just run out of gas by the time she got to the other basket. Glockner just looks so engaged. There is a foul called. Head coach happy with the aggressive play from the Irish defense, but the referees have to blow the whistle at some point. Aim is coming out for Scotland, and it will be Zoe Smith coming in to replace her. Looking to go towards the baseline here, Scotland. Turning inside, that's a nice move. Created a fair bit of separation, but just couldn't have the soft touch on the finish. Story of the game for Scotland. Sexton, look at that pressure. Scotland have to be careful here. Only just beat the 8 seconds. And a wide open 3 from the corner. Loftus, her first points of the game.
Aoife Loftus, she had a fantastic game yesterday in Scotland's win. Struggled here shooting, but like I said, one has to fall eventually.
Sexton from the corner couldn't get the answer back, but they could get the ball back. A brilliant offensive rebound. Pump fake and go. Here's Glockner from the top of the key. And the form she's on, you just thought that was going to go down. Ireland dominating the offensive glass. Under a minute remaining here. Zoe Smith uses the screen. Lucy Devoy. Once again, a fantastic switch there. Irish defense happy to be versatile and switch from defender to defender. And the ball is stripped loose by Sexton. Ireland get to go again. Sexton on the ball here. The mid-range J. Too strong. That was a good shot, a good look. Surprised that didn't go down for her. The foul will go against Lucy Devoy. Lucy Devoy hasn't scored it very much, but she seems to be everywhere.
Absolutely. Having a strong game, as you mentioned, even if she's not putting up the points. Bringing the hustle to this Ireland team.
Couple of subs here, both teams making changes. Lucy Devoy coming out for Ireland, a well-deserved break. She just gets an extra 30 seconds or so before the half-time change. Scotland bringing on Cameron Barr. My apologies. Once again, Ireland able to be aggressive from the restart. They strip it from the entry pass and manage to turn it over. It's an Ireland break. They call the timeout. They're going to work something out here. Fantastic work once again from Ireland. It's Katie O'Sullivan this time. And it was actually a foul called for the arms to the face from Zoe Smith. Interesting that they didn't go to review that. Could have been an unsportsmanlike foul. Don't think that that was particularly intentional. Let's see what Ireland draw up from this timeout here. They got 21.5 seconds to tag on a few more points. We were saying that they just needed to score a bit more before halftime to be really happy. They've done that. They're at 31 at the moment, up by 13. They'll feel a little bit more comfortable now coming out into the second half, won't they?
Definitely, and like I said, Scotland have just struggled scoring, and that's just been the difference. You know, rebounding stats, you look at them here, it's been equal for both teams. It's just been turnovers and just a lack of efficiency under the basket for Scotland. Made a couple of, you know, the three-pointer over this side by Loftus. There was a couple of buckets there made that tried to trim this Ireland lead, but they've proved to just keep coming back at Scotland and turning up a gear each and every time that's been required.
Scotland struggling to score, but they are scoring consistently. 9 points in each quarter so far. They might get one last chance here if they can get the ball back. Let's see if they run this here for Glockner. They are going to the review station here, the referees, just double checking to see whether it was an unsportsmanlike foul. Just so everyone at home, in case you're not particularly clued up on basketball, the difference would be if it's an unsportsmanlike foul, they would get a free throw and the ball. And they are going to go with the unsportsmanlike foul, so they'll get 2 shots here at the line and then the ball back instead of just possession. So a bit of a punch to the stomach for the Scottish team. That'll hurt right before half-time, but a boost for Ireland.
Absolutely. I mean, as we mentioned, it's just about tacking on as many points as possible while their opponents are struggling. Ireland have done that so far. Perhaps they'll feel they could have done it slightly more, but I think they'll be generally happy with this lead and possession back here.
Katie O'Sullivan nailing both there. A rarity for Ireland in this game so far, in this tournament. Gilligan here. And the 3 couldn't quite beat the buzzer. 5 seconds here. Can Zoe Smith get something up? She is fouled. She'll head to the line and has a chance to earn back those free throws that she gave away with the foul that was deemed unsportsmanlike. Look at this drive, so strong. Happy to move through that small gap and guess just a little bit of contact on the arm, but it's enough for the referee to blow the whistle.
Zoe Sharp, she's done a little bit of everything here for Scotland. She's been one of the few that have tried to ignite the offense. A couple of assists, make that 5 points.
Unable to get the second, and Ireland unable to get a heave up before the first half comes to a close. It's been a fantastic game here. Second game of the day at the Under-18 Four Nations tournament here at Cardiff Met and Archers Arena. Thank you ever so much for being with us for this first half. We'll be back in right around 10 to 15 minutes for the second half of this game to see how it pans out. Please make sure to stay with us here on the Basketball Wales YouTube channel. We'll see you very, very shortly. Thank you.
Caitlin, 13 points in that first half for you. How did you think it went?
Yeah, I think it went very well for us. We were really particular about coming out and focusing on our defence today. We really feel that our offensive game comes from our defence. We're looking to run the fast break, but we know that in the second half, Scotland are going to be coming out raring to go. So we just need to be ready for that and stick together as a team, and hopefully then we'll be able to pull through with it.
You mentioned defence there. Scotland have really struggled to keep hold of the ball. They've struggled to make shots. How have you forced them into doing that?
We're really looking to pressure up on the ball. You know, that's a big thing for us. When we would have been training in Ireland, we're always in each other's faces, so we're used to that pressure ourselves and we're used to applying that pressure. So yeah, that's really it, just pressuring the ball. We need to make sure we're there helping in defence as well, which I think we're doing pretty well at the moment, but we need to keep that up.
You definitely are. And lastly, it's been a fantastic game. What can we expect in the second half?
I think we can definitely expect Scotland to come out fighting, but we're ready for that, and we need to fight back twice as hard. So hopefully we can then just come home with the win and yeah, be ready for England game now next.
Amazing. Thank you, Caitlin. Cheers.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to the second half of Ireland Women against Scotland Women here at Archers Arena for the Under-18 Four Nations Tournament. I'm David Jones, joined by Ryan Bellini. We're here to get you started for the second half, right into the action here. And Ireland get us underway. Here's Gormley, happy to facilitate once again. It finds its way back to her for the three-pointer. And oh, you just thought that was going in, but the offensive rebound for Ireland is really, really effective. And once again, Lucy Devoy gets on the score sheet.
We mentioned it in that first half, Dav. Lucy Devoy has done a little bit of everything. She's actually played the second most minutes for Ireland. As we mentioned, even if it's not scoring, she is doing a bit of it all.
A really poor shot there on the other end by Cooper for Scotland. Here's Devoy once more. She's feeling it. And Gormley able to get another offensive rebound for Ireland. Devoy from three. Once again, she gets a really high up on that three-point shot. So it just looks like it's going in, but at the last second, it bounces off the rim. Well, in your interview at half-time, it looked like Ireland were going to come out and be really aggressive, and that's what they've done.
Absolutely, as expected, it has worked so far in this game for Ireland. We saw Scotland try to match Ireland for intensity, but they just couldn't live with the pace. They couldn't live with the pressure. They've struggled with turnovers. They've struggled with scoring. But they'll look to change that here in the second.
Here comes Scotland the other way with Kerr. She's fouled on the shot, and she'll head to the line for two. Scotland have been really, really efficient from the line, only missing one. You can see here, clear contact in the arm as she goes up. Let's see if Emma Kerr can continue the great shooting form from the line for Scotland. The first goes down. Interesting to see here, Gormley, one of the stars for Ireland so far, and she's definitely had a similar impact today in this game, but she hasn't been able to score it so well. And Ireland lose the ball. Entry bounce pass was just a little loose from Devoy. Here is Sharp versus Gormley. That's been a matchup we've seen a lot of so far.
Two fantastic players. As you mentioned, it has been a great matchup. It's been great to watch. Both doing it all for their teams.
Scotland trying to go inside. Have to recollect the ball. Zoe Sharp thought about the three then. And once again, the entry pass is poor. Scotland perhaps breaking down there. Mental game maybe getting it slightly the better of them. Zoe Sharp unhappy with her teammates' positioning. I think, truth be told, that was just a bad pass. Gormley! Well, she heard me say that she hadn't been scoring so much in this game, and she put on the jets there on that drive. She burst through that first step so quick. She gets fouled on the shot and won.
And how good was that from Gormley? We saw the full court press there from Scotland. She was able to escape and do it all by herself and won.
How can she do at the line? Ireland shooting 37% so far. But she'll bring that number up after that one. Here is Zoe Sharp. Forced to pass the ball. Scotland haven't got long. Just about missed the 8-second violation. Scotland inside, stripped. Sharp collects. Has to give it outside. The three looks good, and it is good. Cooper there, making up for her earlier miss inside. Fantastic effort from long range. Gormley turns down the screen from Sexton, goes alone. Ireland reset it here. The three-point shot, looking for the answer back. Unsuccessful, but Devoy gets another offensive rebound. Great backdoor cut there, but Scotland read it. That was great defense from the Scottish bigs. They'd just converge on her as soon as she broke through with that backdoor line drive. Substitution for Ireland. Sexton coming off. We've got Izzy McSweeney coming back in. Not seen too many minutes in this tournament. She's up against Sharp straight away. Good pace from her on that. Ireland doubling and tripling there. The ball will stay with Scotland, but that's fantastic defensive work from Ireland. Scotland are trying really hard in this game. You've just got to wonder at some point whether the overall ability of this Irish team is just a little too much for them to keep up with. Good rebound there for Ireland. McSweeney brings it up, takes the foul, and will head to the line for 2. She went up for the shot last minute there, knowing that the contact was coming. That's clever play, good awareness. As you can see on the replay exactly what I'm talking about. That's a fantastic quick decision from McSweeney to go up. Another substitution, Gormley coming out for a break. She's been so impressive in this tournament. Coming in is someone who's been equally impressive, and that is Caitlin Glockner, scoring leader for the game here with 13. Ireland with another successful trip to the line here. Sharp forced to deal with a defensive pest, Glockner. Happy to take on the challenge. What can they conjure up in the half court? Sharp had some space, didn't want to shoot it, and the unorthodox form there from Cooper let her down. Ireland, it's a beautiful move. Oh, almost deserved the points there. Sharp there with a cross-court pass, picked off oh so easily by Ireland. And the other way, Devoy couldn't quite get it up. But Ireland are able to strip it again. That'll be a jump ball.
Fantastic hustle play there from Tolan. Scotland really, really struggling here. 21 turnovers in the game and counting. And they just need to find a way. They've had some element of success from three-point land. It's where half of their made buckets have come from. Maybe that's the key to getting back into this game, even if it does come at the expense of forcing the shot from outside.
Here come the Scots. Zoe Sharp. Confident handle. Happy to drive, wants to use that right hand, gets fouled on the way to the bucket. Ireland up by 16 here. Look at this drive from Zoe Sharp. She sees the gap there, just rises up, and that's a big foul. Lots of contact on that one. Double substitution for Scotland. Well, Cooper and Emma Kerr coming to the bench. The first is a miss for Sharp. Not particularly used to her missing at the free throw line. Ireland on the break. Here is Cornack. Can't finish off the fast break move, but she can get it back for her team, and she makes no mistake on the second time of asking. The mid-range J is pure.
Caitlin Glockner taking off from where she began. 15 points for her now in this game. She's been absolutely fantastic.
Sharp there, had to fall to the ground, managed to keep her dribble alive. Impressive enough. Amos can't keep her dribble alive, and Scotland lose the ball once more. Glockner coming the other way. Nice lead pass. McSweeney, fantastic sidestep bucket there. McSweeney's really brought an awful lot of energy with her off the bench. And that is an 8-6 second violation. The defensive work from McSweeney there, able to keep Sharp from crossing the halfway line within 8 seconds. As much as you want to give the credit to the defensive work like I just did there, she's got to do better, really, Scotland there.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned, there is just a lack of awareness. Countless turnovers that are coming.
We can see on the replays here just how well Ireland have been shooting the ball from the outside. It's been fantastic. Scotland, can't forget, they've been able to hit down a couple. McIntosh there, and Loftus hit a couple of twos, but look at that. That was a big hit on Gormley when she put on the jets there. And there's that unorthodox shooting form that I was talking about from Cooper. Almost as if she's pushing from her elbow. It worked for her on that occasion. And Sharp here, she was just about able to keep that dribble alive. Really impressive.
But even then, in those highlights we've seen there, a lot of Scotland's success has come from behind the arc.
Yes. It's come from behind the arc, but they're still only shooting 25%.
Exactly. Behind the arc and free throws.
Well, thank you ever so much for staying with us here at the Basketball Ways YouTube channel. Please make sure to hit that subscribe and the like button to get all your notifications. Be the first to find out when we're going live for the next game. We're going to be here all day long. So you may as well subscribe. Come on, it's great content. It's basketball all day. What more can you want? All right. Ireland there with a turnover. Not the way the game has gone, but it's the way that it's gone this time. And it's a bucket down low for Scotland. It's Loftus once again. Here come Ireland again. McSweeney tries to release that ball at the last second, and it's gone out for a Scotland restart. $18 points to deficit here. Scotland got a long way to come back if they are to in this game. Here is Sharp. Once again, it's Loftus. She misses the rim entirely there off the backboard. And out for an Ireland restart. It's just shots like that. It's opportunities in which they generate a good look, and then it's just a little bit of discipline lacking at the final moment. Speaking of lack of discipline, Scotland send Ireland to the line once again. Number 16 here, Tolan. Only 2 points so far in the game, looking to double that here. Substitution for Scotland. Sharp coming out. Cameron Barr coming in. Not seen much of her in this tournament or this game. Good to see her getting a bit more of a chance. The second miss. But Glockner first to it. Fantastic footwork from her there, using that pivot foot to turn and show up a huge mistake in the Scotland defence. Look at the energy there from the Irish defence, all over these Scottish players. Scotland thought they were going to get a foul there, but it's a travel violation for number 46, Sophie Cram. Really impressive, this Irish defence, isn't it, Ryan?
Play at such a high intensity, and it's been like that from the opening whistle. Ireland haven't backed off at all. They're continuing to build on this lead.
Here's McSweeney in the backcourt. Lochner's open from three. She decides to go alone. It's a beautiful first bucket for Shelley. I can see why now, that she turned down the open Glockner in the corner. She wanted to get that first bucket down. Here is McGee. Cuts to the corner. 3-point shot is off. Here comes Scotland. Here's Cameron Barr. Entry pass is off. But there's a foul on the floor. Double substitution coming for Scotland. We will see Angel Lee back in for Campbell. And also Alex McIntosh. So a bit of size and a bit of three-point shooting. What more could you want in a game of basketball? Good baseline drive from Cameron Barr. Here is the substitute, McIntosh. Unable to take advantage in the post there, and Ireland poke the ball out for another Scotland ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Not long to get something up, but plenty of time to work something. And it's a three-pointer from atop the key. Fantastic bucket there from Cram. Ireland coming the other way. Here is McSweeney. Forced to stop, find a teammate. The baseline drive. The ball slightly loose. McSweeney decides to heave one from three, and she missed the rim. And Cameron Barr, lack of awareness there. She steps out of bounds. Scotland found themselves down 20 now. And the pass is in. It's a nice idea for O'Shaughnessy. Couldn't quite get the swish. McGee using the screen from Angel Lee. That's well set. Angel Lee gets the offensive rebound. That's what she's come in to do. Set screens and grab boards. She'll head to the line for 2 shots.
Angel Lee, she's had an impact so far. Listed at 6'2", and in a game like this, her height can prove to cause a lot of damage, collecting and crashing the offensive glass.
A miss on the first. And the second. McSweeney here. Nice shift of her body weight to go left to right. And Scotland able to get onto that ball, but not able to collect it. Ireland will get the restart at the baseline. The entry pass off from Ireland. Both teams starting to return to their sloppish ways. Angel Lee dove for the ball, but her arm just crept over the line there. A bit of a stop-start third quarter here, Ryan.
Absolutely, and it's been the pattern of the game, whether it be in terms of possession or with the clock literally stopping. And there we are again.
McIntosh drawing the foul there. It'll be a restart here. Oh no, we're into team fouls. So McIntosh will head straight to the line. Matters not for Ireland as she misses the first.
Scotland just beginning to struggle from the free throw line. That's 6 straight misses.
A real poor stage at the line for Scotland, who were so efficient. And the ball thrown away by Ireland. And the shot wasted from the women in blue. Fantastic work down low from O'Shaughnessy to hold on to that ball. She's tripped and has stayed down. And an applause around Archers Arena as O'Shaughnessy is able to get back to her feet and rejoin her teammates in the Scotland half. Perhaps more of a shock than anything too serious. McGee brings it up for Scotland. Just about a minute here for them to try and cut back into this lead. The three from Cameron Barr. That's a great shot from her. Danoon. And that's an offensive foul called against Ireland. Shelley there. unable to work her way past the defense in a legal manner. 3 changes for Ireland. Bit of a hockey change. Devoy coming back in. Katie O'Sullivan, as well as Sexton. Think that's tired legs or maybe a tactical change, right?
Perhaps a tactical change, as we mentioned earlier, Ireland do have that game against England women later on. A very strong lead here, albeit with a Scotland bucket there.
Gilligan trying to drive from the left to right. Is blocked at the rim. Sexton has gone flying there off the contact. McGee also knocking an Irish player to the ground. A huge couple of possessions for Ireland and for Cameron Barr. She's taking her scoring all the way up to lead the Scottish team. Ireland lacking the self-awareness once again as the clock ticks away. And the third quarter comes to a close. A flurry of points for Scotland brings them back from 20 to just 12. 2 huge threes there. Ireland players sprawled across the court at different moments. Unbelievable last kind of 30 seconds brought this game back to life, right?
A moment of madness there. I mean, like you say, we saw the Irish players slipping and sliding, but 2 massive threes there from Cameron Barr, back to back. And as you say, it trims that deficit. It makes it interesting. We nearly saw that almost looked improbable comeback earlier on from the Irish men against England. But the shoe could be on the other foot here against the Scotland side that have really struggled for scoring, but they may have just found their rhythm here at the end of the third quarter.
Well, Cameron Barr hasn't played many minutes in this game, nor has he played that many minutes in the tournament as of yet. Be interesting to see after those 2 threes if the coach are looking to give her a bit more time in the fourth.
Could be exactly that. I mean, yesterday, as I mentioned earlier, we saw Scotland women lose, but then had the game later on in the day. They switched things around. They won the game. Could just be a case of chopping and changing again here in the fourth quarter. As you mentioned, Cameron Barr there. She's got momentum.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have wanted the quarter to end.
Absolutely not. I mean, after hitting 2 threes, the last thing you want to go is go get a little bit colder, go take a breather. You're in the moment. You're in the flow of the game. It'll be interesting to see how Scotland set up for this major fourth quarter. Even though that flurry of points, Ireland still came out on top. Oh, no, sorry. After that final 3, no, they didn't. It was 17-15 for that quarter. So Scotland just about edging it for their first victorious quarter of the game.
It was a disaster start to this game for Scotland. The second quarter, it was maybe closer than it seemed.
Yeah.
And that third quarter, as you mentioned just there, Dav.
Gormley turning on the Jets. Seems to work out well for Ireland every time she does so. And they're able to retain the ball here from the baseline restart. Gormley just looks so dangerous every time she's driving.
Absolutely, and as we mentioned, there's a couple of these Irish players, the likes of Gormley, the likes of Sexton, the likes of Glockner, been absolutely superb.
Devoy turning into trouble there and blocked into the rim. A foul called against Devoy as she tries to strip the Scottish players there. McGee just about able to hold on to that one. Look at this, the turn from Devoy. She rises up and it's blocked. It's a fantastic block from Angel Lee. Here comes McGee now. Uses the screen. Set well. McGee thought about the mid-range shot, decided to step into it. Scotland able to recover it on the other end. Here's Lee. The shot is weak, but she'll head to the line. She'll be hoping for a better trip this time than last time out where she missed both.
Should she make both, it would make it just a 10-point deficit. And this explosion from Scotland has almost come out of nowhere.
Well, this game is heating up right at the business end. Angel Lee missing the first. These free throws could swing the game either way when we look back at it. And that's a big bucket. Angel Lee will take that one from 2 at the line of that trip. Gormley, good penetration, finds Sexton. Ireland looking to go inside here. Devoy left wide open. missed everything. And a foul underneath on Tolan. That's poor from Scotland. Devoy missing everything from three-point range, and no one able to react fast in a blue jersey.
Emma Tolan's been absolutely phenomenal on that offensive glass. 6 rebounds, 10 overall. She is crashing the glass well. She is ensuring her team are getting second chance buckets here.
And the lead returns to a dozen. McGee doesn't have long here, has to make a decision. Just about beat the 8-second violation. Ireland, the pressure worked for them. Tolan once again, that's a big foul on her under the basket. She'll head to the line for 2 more. An aggressive defensive play from Scotland. It's a risky move, going in for the block. Over eager. There's an early jump. Not something the coaches are going to like. Emma Tolan went 1 of 2 not so long ago. Referees having a discussion. I think whether or not that might be an unsportsmanlike foul, I think it would be reasonable for them to go and check this one over. Didn't seem to be much of an attempt at the ball at all from McGee. I'm glad that there are review systems being put in place into the British game. Let's just take a look at that one. Yeah, it's wild, it's rash. They're going to go take a look at it. I think that's a justifiable replay. It's great to see that here in the British game, but what we don't want is the issues that they get in the NBA now, where it takes 5, 6, 7 minutes to come to a decision.
Absolutely, but just to have this available at this level, under 18s. So we just take a look here at the foul. Referee's taking a hard look.
So they're sticking with the call that they made on the floor. It'll be just 2 shots, no unsportsmanlike foul.
But as we mentioned just there, Dav, it's brilliant to have this infrastructure available at such a young level.
I know they're looking to get this IRS system into play at the BBL next season. And as long as it's like that, 30 seconds, a couple of angles, a couple of replays, and decision made, like the decision making there from the referees and the officials.
Clear and concise is exactly what we need.
Clear and concise. Gormley with a strip. She's got help around her. Gives it up to Devoy. Quick hands to the corner. The Irish 3 is off. Feels like Ireland have cooled down from long range in this second half.
But once again, Tolan was there for a 7th offensive rebound.
Wow.
Phenomenal effort.
Sharp against Gormley. That matchup all day long been an interest. The double here, Gormley, another steal. Her ability to regain possession for this Irish team has been invaluable. An offensive foul called against Devoy there on Sharp after the pass. A bit of a stunner there for Sharp. Saw her sprawling over, but I was looking towards the 3-point effort that I was expecting to come. I didn't see that one. We'll have to put our faith in the referees. Substitution, Campbell coming in. McIntosh taking a seat. Angel Lee also coming out. Here is Campbell finding Sharp. Screen set from Cameron Barr. Looking to pick and pop maybe. Cameron Barr is open from 3, but the foul is called. Cram able to draw contact down low. You can see what they're doing with Cameron Barr now after those 2 threes. The pick and pop, nice and simple, but it's reliable action.
Absolutely, she had success just there at the end of that third quarter. Scotland looking to find her again. They'll be hoping for more success from the free throw line.
Unable to make the first. Substitution did just take place for Ireland. Glockner coming on for Devoy. More offense, maybe a little less defense. Here is Glockner. She's got Gormley ahead of her. Gives it up to Tolan, looking to drive inside. It's a strong move, and the bank is open for her.
Emma Tolan is growing into this game. Fantastic to keep making shots, keep crashing the board.
Another steal for Gormley, and she takes it all the way to the cup. Fantastic work for her on the defensive end today.
Double digits now for Gormley. 10 points along with 3 steals.
Cameron Barr has to give it up. She's still open from out there. Foul called. It'll be a Scotland restart. Sexton with the shove. Coach calling players in for a huddle. We can see here on that replay. Yeah, the contact's obvious. Not making it difficult for the referee there. Got a clear view of that. Going to call it every time.
And Donnie MacDonald will be disappointed here after that. The end to that third quarter where it just looked like things were warming up for Scotland. Just 1 point scored.
Oof.
In just gone 2 minutes here in the fourth.
At the line there, Cooper unable to tag on the first. And the second is unsuccessful also, but Campbell gets the offensive rebound. She's met at the rim by Tolan with a block. Here is Thornlack. Mid-range J, too strong. Tolan, another offensive board. Sexton trying to find Gormley. Makes his way to her in the end. Good screen. Can she get this up before the end of the shot clock? No, she can't. It'll be out for a Scotland ball. The dribble just got away from her.
We mentioned those Scotland free throws that were their main supply of points early on. There was 8 of 10, they're now 9 of 22. They're ice cold from the free throw line.
So they're 8 of their first 10 and 1 for their next 13.
Yep.
A shocking second half performance at the line for Scotland. Timeout called. Teams needing to talk things over. I think both teams faltering slightly here. We thought that it was going to kick on in this fourth quarter, but it's slowed back down, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think the Irish are just happy to sail along now. It just seemed as if a bit of pressure was coming from Scotland. As we mentioned at the end of that third quarter with a flurry of threes from Cameron Barr. But Ireland are hanging on well. They've outscored Scotland in this quarter, albeit 5-1. But they're doing enough to get over the line.
I mean, just look here. All these points for Ireland. And these strips from Gormley have just been so demonstrative. It's led the way for Ireland. It's been such a great way to energize and get extra points, but also having that double effect of taking away possessions from Scotland. What's that going to do to the mental side for that team?
It's incredibly difficult, and as you mentioned, Scotland have just been so inefficient in this game. They've given the ball up very, very cheaply, nearly 30 turnovers now.
Oh my goodness. 30.
They've scored well from behind the arc. You know, their percentage is hovering around 37%. But other than that, they have struggled. They've ended up struggling from the free throw line. They've struggled from inside the paint. And now what looks like an improbable comeback, which was maybe on the cards, is now proven to be off again.
You can never trust a basketball game. It comes in ebbs and flows. Nice entry pass from the restart. Here comes Loftus. Gormley almost stripping it, but giving up some defensive presence in her attempt to do so. Ireland come up with the ball, and they are fouled in the process. Sexton set to get Ireland going again. He's blocked now. Gormley. This three-guard lineup of Sexton, Gormley and Glockner seeming so effective. Here's Gormley. Just found his way to the corner. Tolan unable to add on a three to her impressive second half performance. Just over 6 minutes remaining in this one, 18 points to deficit. A steal again for Gormley. How many is she going to end up with? She got the ball back and she's blocked. Referees call a foul. She will head to the line for two more. Look at how quick this came in from Campbell, but there's definite contact. Elbow into the chest there. Sexton coming off, as well as Tolan. What an impressive performance for her, especially on the boards. 13 rebounds. There's Gormley at the line. First is off. The second is off as well. And just wonder if Tolan was on, might Ireland have grabbed that rebound as well? Here's Zoe Sharp. Open in the corner is Cooper. Misses everything. And Sharp with the offensive rebound. And she can't connect on the second chance either. Kick ball will go the way of Scotland. Angel Lee and McGee coming on. Cooper and Campbell coming off for the women in blue. Another foul called. This time it's Glockner on Smith. Sharp, sorry.
Although it's had a very much stop-start pace, the game has also been played at such a high tempo. Possession has constantly been switched between both sides, whether it be through steals, blocks, turnovers.
Glockner has taken a bench after that foul. Coach maybe just trying to save her for the game later on. Sharp nails the second. 16 points now. Gormley left to run the offense in the absence of Glockner. Nice line drive. The backdoor cut was read very, very well by Scotland. Ali Loftus, captain for the team. Ireland looking to go inside once more. Aware of the shot clock. And that was a poor miss from Katie O'Sullivan. Sharp, McGee in the corner, sets herself. That's a bad miss. The other way. Ireland tag on two more. Gilligan, she's had a good game today. Sharp, beautiful little bounce pass in the pocket. Found his way out to McGee again. She doesn't fancy the three this time. Loftus fakes it, goes inside. That's a great little step. Loftus trying to take over for the Scottish national team. And a blown layup. Gilligan. I just praised her there. And a wide open lay is missed. Gormley and O'Sullivan set to come out here as we can look at that layup once again. No one around, a beautiful outlet pass. I bet money on her any day of the week, and there she goes to make up for it. Gilligan, her 9th points of the afternoon.
Eva Gilligan, very, very impressive here tonight.
Sharp looking inside towards Angel Lee. And a wild attempt comes crashing off the boards. Gilligan. Devoy happy to spread the ball. Ireland unable to win it back. Here's a miss. She loses it. Ireland able to win it back after all. Here is Luce Devoy. A great game she's had here. Her 7th points. She hasn't had a particularly good shooting night, but it's been everything outside of that. Speaking with Kaz yesterday, as both teams head in for a timeout, she was telling me about a phrase they use up in Manchester for players who maybe don't show up in the box score so much, but they have that impact. They call it an LCJ player after the late GB legend, of course. And Devoy seems to fit that mold for me.
Absolutely, she's been fantastic this afternoon. I mean, as I
Absolutely.
mentioned earlier, it's not really been the points, but it's been what she's done throughout the court. She's defensive plays, offensive plays. She's been a fantastic team player for Ireland, instrumental in this lead.
She's been big hustle, big energy, and every time she gets the ball, she's not holding on to it for too long. She's happy to pass that ball forward, continue with the good ball movement that's created so many good looks for this Irish team.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And Gormley, she's been so impressive for me. The two-way play, the steals, the scoring, 4 steals, only 2 turnovers. Unbelievable. She grabbed a couple of rebounds as well on top of her 10 points.
There's been some real standouts in this Ireland team. As you mentioned, it's been a fantastic team effort. They've played at such a high tempo. And it's been so intense for Scotland, as I mentioned earlier, from the opening whistle.
Yeah.
But there has been some standouts in this team. They'll look to continue that on later today.
Well, talking of standouts, I'm not going to make you choose now, but I'm going to ask you to start thinking about your game MVP, Ryan.
There's a few on my list.
Oh, yes. Here's Zoe Sharp. Played a lot of minutes in this second half. I think she's played the entirety of this 4th quarter. Good screen. And here's Loftus from 3. Too strong. Devoy, another rebound. Here is O'Sullivan. Ireland happy to take a few seconds off the clock here. Driving inside. No foul, calls the referee, and Loftus gets to come the other way with it. Her handle was loose, and Ireland, as they have all game, happy to strip the Scotland attack. That loose ball there, instantly met by Gierzel. Ireland gonna come to the line here. Foul called against Scotland after the strip. Loftus trying to win the ball back. Just got a little too aggressive with it. Gilligan, another player who's had a good game for Ireland. Sharp here. Scotland down 22. Just under 3 minutes here to maybe win back some pride. And the miss there from Sharp. Referee's blown a whistle. Unsure exactly what's going on here. Almost seems as if 3 officials aren't even all clued in on this one. Perhaps something with the shot clock or the game clock. Referee looking towards the game clock. It's allowing for some substitutions to go on for both sides. And the shot clock has decreased from 12 to 11. Interesting stoppage. Right, as we were. 22 points the difference. A quick three from Cameron Barr. She's got that confidence, but she didn't have the touch that time. Look how deep she's sitting now. The awareness from Scotland. Cameron Barr's shot didn't hit the rim, so the clock didn't reset. Scotland didn't seem to do the math on that one. Here's Gilligan. Lots of movement off the ball from this Irish team. You love to see it. Here's Gersel. Misses everything. The reverse underneath the basket there. Not quite able to work for Ireland, and Scotland can come the other way. Here's McGee. Just under 2 minutes. Takes the mid-range J. Too strong. It's been a tough fourth quarter here. Not a lot of scoring. Only 5 points for the Scotland women. That three is off. A beautiful cut from Gilligan after the miss. Fantastic effort there from Scotland to make sure that they took advantage of the second chance points. Gilligan racking up points now. She's at 13.
3 of these Irish players in double digits, Dav. Still none for Scotland. They've struggled offensively.
Cameron Barr fouled, as she called that one. Clear shove. We saw her go off balance. Cameron Barr at the line. Nails the first. She is 3 for 3 now. Let's see if she can make do on all 4. Indeed she can. An efficient scorer, that's for sure. Ireland looking to supply the finishing touches to this one. Gilligan from 3. There's the dagger from her. And puts her at 16 points.
Kiva Gilligan can't miss in this fourth quarter. Rallying her team over the finish line. Making sure there was no doubt whatsoever.
McGee, another mid-range shot. Too strong from her. And Ireland get to come the other way. Less than a minute remaining here. I wonder if Gilligan's aware that she's 2 points away from Glockner's leading 18 points. Maybe she's trying to take that for herself. Ireland save it, keep it in. Twice. Gilligan's open. And Ireland go instead to O'Shaughnessy, who tags on 2 more. We've got 30 seconds left in this. Ryan, I think we're safe to do it now. Who is your player of the game?
Yeah, as I said earlier, Dav, there was a few on my list and there was a few players I could have picked. But I am going to have to go with Caitlin Glockner. I thought she was absolutely superb in the minutes she played. 18 minutes. I mean, we're not going to see her back now. It's been like that throughout this fourth quarter, but she was absolutely superb on both ends. Shot very efficiently. And particularly from three-point range, it was an outstanding performance from her and this Ireland team.
Well, that will put an end to a fantastic second game here at Archers Arena. Ireland have been victorious here once again. 27-point win, 70-43 over the Scotland women. It was a hard-fought game, pressure from both teams. Fantastic game for Glockner, Gilligan, Gormley. Fantastic signs for the future of Ireland's women's basketball team. Maybe we can see them in the future in the Euro Championships and so forth, in those green jerseys, performing as well as they did today. It's been a fantastic game. Scotland not coming out the way they wanted to, though, right?
Well, like we said earlier, Dav, at the end of that third quarter, we just thought maybe there was going to be something that, you know, we could make us stand up and think, can they pull off this improbable comeback? It was a disappointing fourth quarter where they conceded 22 points, scored just 7. And,
yeah,
you know,
not how they want to be remembered.
Yeah, this Scotland side will be disappointed with the way it ended, but nonetheless, there were signs for them too. You know, there's a couple of players that really stood out as well. For Cameron Barr was fantastic when called upon.
Yes.
Fantastic shooter.
Zoe Sharp as well had a fantastic game handling the ball. It'll be interesting to see how they develop in the next few years. And of course, this is not the way that they will want to be remembered. This is the last game of the tournament for the Scotland women, but they've been fantastic up until now. Great victory they had against Wales, of course. I'm going to pass back over to my running mate Ryan Bellini, who's got an interview here with Sexton from the Irish women team.
Rebecca, 27-point win. How are you feeling after that?
Yeah, we're really happy with that performance. We've been training so hard, so it's nice to come out with the win in the end, and we're just looking forward to the England game now.
Do you think it'll be difficult to continue that momentum onto the England game given the time difference?
No, I feel like that our preparation, like we've been having 3-day trainings, so we're used to the high intensity, like continuous, so I don't think it'll be an issue. I think it'll be fine.
And will we continue to see a rotated side in that game, given that you guys have played earlier on?
Yeah, we're a very even team. We're all very talented, so I think it'll be very well rotated, yeah.
Great, thank you, Rebecca.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thanks.
Well, thank you very much for that, Ryan, and thank you to all of you at home who have been following along with us for that second game of the day here at Archers Arena. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. You'll get all the notifications whenever we go live for the remainder of the day. Please give this stream a like. Please make sure to follow all of the games that we've got coming for you. We've got 4 more remaining coming up. We also have the England men once again in action here against the Scotland men. Make sure to follow that on the Basketball Wales YouTube channel here. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye.